What's up? It's Natasha Castles and live from the quarantine houses. We've got Surfaces here.
Like I should. When in dark, walk around the neighborhood. Feeling blessed.
How's it going, guys?
Going well. How you doing?
I'm good. Just hanging in there. It's emotional roller coaster. Some days I shower, some days I don't. Like, it's just
I feel that. Yes, I feel that heavily.
I wanted to say big congratulations to the both of you. You know, Sunday Best is doing really well, not only on radio but TikTok. Did you guys expect that kind of success from the single?
No. We like when we made this song, we made it in Colin's college bedroom. Literally had a cord like hanging in the air, running to the closet, move close to sing. Like, we had no compass for how big it could be. And it's just slowly, like, over the course of the last, I guess, year and a half or so, it's just gained traction. And recently it's just like blown up. So.
And what's cool about it is it's off your last project. It's not even off the 2020 like current.
Yeah,
one.
It was a slow burn.
Yeah, very slow.
Do you remember seeing the first TikTok dance on it? I mean, all I know is this little line right here.
No, funny story. And because whoever, I don't know who does that stuff, like, or like does the
dances, makes them up, and yeah,
not the dance, but like the sounds.
Oh yes, that.
And, I didn't like it, and like I guess I'm like, for Colin and I, like, our songs are like our children. Like,
You're
like
an artist, yeah.
Right? And so someone like messed with the sound, and so our manager texted us. We have two managers, but one of them texted us and was like, "Hey, like, look at this. Like, it's really going on TikTok." I was like, "Oh, I hate that. Like, can you take it down?" and then sure enough, he's like, "No, it's doing really well." I was like, "I don't care. Like, can you take it down?" He's like, "No, just like watch and see what happens." Because he like knew, like, we don't have TikTok. Colin and I don't have TikTok, but like our managers knew about it. And then sure enough, in like a month's time, it had like 10 million TikToks or something.
Yeah, I'm in quarantine right now. I got, obviously, but with my nieces and nephews, and my gosh, that's all I hear over and over again. And practicing the dances, I practically know them just by watching them. But
Crazy.
I thought that's pretty cool, in this age that, songs can go viral off of, the dance. The dance really makes it, but you guys have both success on mainstream radio as well as on like a viral platform. Now, when I first heard Sunday Best, I heard a lot of influences from like Chance the Rapper's sound, and today being the 7-year anniversary of his mixtape Acid Rap, I was wondering, is that tape something that inspired who Surfaces is today?
Wow, that's a great question. I like that. Like, I feel like a lot of times we don't get like reaches like that, but that was like, I remember the first day I listened to Acid Rap in college, and I loved that project. And I think that whether that's like, I don't think that we've ever mentioned Chance as like a direct influence, but definitely the way that we try to like kind of have like a sing rappy kind of flow over some stuff, and like the soulful samples or chords that we may play. I definitely see some inspiration there.
I love it.
That's actually like I think it was one of the first concerts I saw. I was driving to Austin to go see Mac Miller. He had just put out, I think, Objects in the Mirror, maybe. I mean, that album was on, and Chance was opening up for him. And that's right when Acid Rap came out, and he came out to Juice, and I was just like, wow, this guy is incredible. Juice. It was crazy.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I know. It's sad because I saw a tweet earlier today, and they were like talking about, Acid Rap and the success of it, and how with Chance the Rapper hasn't. I don't even want to put that in this because I love where his career has progressed. So, people are biased, and they hate to see the artist grow or like experiment with sounds. So
Right.
It always bothers me. And I'm like, you guys want your artists to like stay the same all the time? You don't think they deserve to evolve?
He took a shot in the dark, and he tried something different. And like, as an artist, you can't frown upon that. I mean, it obviously was very different from the stuff he has been doing, but like, I don't hate the guy. Like, it's not like a detrimental album. Like, it's still, at the end of the day, even though it wasn't as good as his previous works, obviously, I mean, that's subjective, but
I loved Big Day. So
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy how controversial it was, though. Like people got mad. People got legitimately. They were like, "Who is this guy? I don't even know."
Yeah, and like some people like just like the 0 out of 10 ratings. I don't know who's the guy that did that, but like that was just
Anthony Fantana.
It's just,
yeah, that was a reach. I was like, come on, it may not match up to what his stuff was. Yeah, but it's still, I thought it was still good. And
don't get me wrong. I was just listening to some like I think 1 or 2 tracks on there that it's like it's not like when the sun goes down. I love that song. Like the hook, really nice.
I love it. What were you guys' plans? You know, everything kind of got put on pause with quarantine, the stay-at-home orders and whatnot. What would Surfaces be doing now, April 30th? What was the summer looking, or I'm sorry, the springtime looking like for you?
Mm.
Definitely like somewhere in a body of water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we just put out our album, so like we don't have to really be making that much music. We naturally do, but we're not like, you know, trying to meet any deadlines or anything. So
now it's like the promo run or like festival season time.
Yeah, exactly. We'd probably be doing a festival if we could.
I wish we were doing a festival, man.
Yeah.
And just to think that probably will never be the same, that same experience. Yeah. Dang, I'm getting sad in this interview. Let's get into some happy stuff now. I feel like listening to your music now is almost timely. Obviously, it's very uplifting. It's positive. It's a good vibe. It's a good feel. It's a good energy. Do you guys have any spiritual practices like meditation, collecting crystals, yoga? I see you got some plants in the background over there.
We definitely took a lot of inspiration from the big man upstairs with the capital G. We're both Christians, so like it's cool how like some people see a lot of gospel stuff in our stuff, and it's true. Just like Chance the Rapper does gospel, we do gospel, but like obviously we make a little different music from him. But Forrest likes to put it this way, and I do too. Like I think a lot of how we are like positive people comes from like our religious spiritual beliefs in God, and I think that transfers into our music. So like people feel that energy, and it's something we always want to share. But like Forrest can shine some light on it as well.
No, and that's why I'm saying it's so timely. It's I saw somebody tweet one time how the music that's going to shine during this era is, you know, stuff that you can feel positive, uplifting, not so much, you know, the club anthems and stuff like that, which are still good. We still enjoy those, but the ones that are going to resonate with people during this time is, you know, stuff like, you know, your albums, which is
totally
really cool.
Yeah.
I loved the record, Sunny Side Up.
Yeah.
It's really a song that you can feel, you can taste it. I feel like you can smell it, you know, because you're like cooking the eggs and whatnot. You got the pico, but there's a line that you said, never seasoned, so it's our timing. So I wanted to get like what the translation was, because I'm translating it, you know, I'm visualizing you cooking, and then I was like, wait, no seasonings? What's going on? We need some salt and pepper.
That line's actually, I mean, it's a double entendre, so it's like never seasoned. So like basically the ingredients I'm already putting in are like what's making it good. Like it doesn't take a special recipe. It just, you know, if you care enough about what you're preparing and you're mixing these elements and you put your heart into it, it doesn't have to be seasoned. But then it's like also a double entendre saying like, you know, happiness is never seasoned. Like you don't have to be, you know,
it never gets old.
It never gets old. You don't have to be depressed in the winter. You don't have to be depressed in the spring when it rains. Like we're never seasons. It's our timing. It's
always our timing.
It's our timing to be happy. It's our timing to be uplifting. It's our timing to feel good about ourselves. So that's the double entendre.
I love it. Now, you mentioned previously, you know, having the religious background. Do you find that a conflict at all in, I guess, when you're maneuvering through the music industry?
It's so from the get-go, we never wanted to be idolized, and I think that's something that happens with artists. Once you get your face out there, people really like idolize you, and so from the beginning, that's why like on our artworks and stuff, it's always just like, hey, here's a setting, here's the scene of the song, and here's the song, and we never really wanted to put our faces in, and now we kind of have like, we show our personalities to an extent now, but I feel like that's kind of the majority of the conflict. But yeah, there's really not much. Like it's been a really smooth journey. It's been a great journey. we're thankful for everything.
We've always wanted to make it like about the music and the energy that we're sharing, because like it's you know, we're kids who make music out of our bedrooms. Like we're not the craziest humans alive. We just wanted to share a message with the world, and now a lot of people are like agreeing with that message and sharing it and feeling good about themselves, and that's all we could ever ask. Like there's nothing special about us. It's what's special is the energy that we're able to give to the world.
That's beautiful. I love everything you guys have to say. I wanted to dive in into your group name, Surfaces. Where I know there's a deep meaning into that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just something. It's like it's the idea that like everything is one dimensional until you give it meaning to become more. So like you take the name Surfaces, it's a very, you know, it's a very basic name. It's a very simple name, but if we thought that like if we could make music that surpasses that first impression and like gave feeling to the next dimension of just seeing the surface of something, that people could read into it more, that people wouldn't just take it for a name, that they could experience something deeper. So you could, like when you make music like that, you can surpass, you know, beliefs, skin color, gender, all that. You can go beyond the surface. You can take a name as simple as Surfaces and turning into so much more. That's what we're trying to do with everything. I don't know if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense. Hey, I'm deep an artist and spiritual about my stuff too, so I get it. It's important. Were there other names that you guys played with before Surfaces?
Not really.
This is it.
Yeah.
This works, dude. You like it? I like it. Let's go with it.
I think it's more about like, you know, that definition has grown with us.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I thought of on day one. It's kind of, it was that simple name and the story of, you know, how me and Forrest met and how we progressed and how this has all become so big and meaningful. I think it really, it almost is like a story for us now. Like we put so much sweat and like passion into this thing, and now like it's ours. Like it's our brand. It's something we built from day one. It's grassroots and we have our hearts in it. So like, you know, that's that.
I feel it. So I wanted to play a game. It's a little corny, but it's get below the surface. I'm just going to ask you a couple questions and I answer as rapidly as you can. And we'll go from there. Cool. What's the last thing you Googled?
Futures. Not like the future, but like trading futures.
Features, yeah.
Day trading stocks, S&P 500.
Oh, we're getting into stocks. You know what? I just got into that because on Cash App, you can buy stocks off of there. And it'll show you, you know, what they've gone up and down. And, you know, you already have money sitting in your Cash App. It's so easy to like, oh, yeah, why not?
I did not know that.
Maybe I don't know if it's a good time. There's no telling.
Listen, I've been Googling how to make have you seen those Lego 3D puzzle sets?
Oh, like fixtures and stuff?
Yeah, the fixtures and whatnot. That's what I've been Googling late night. And I decided it's too expensive and I can't, you know, justify spending that kind of money on building a Lego block, but looks pretty cool. What's the last time you went to the beach?
Probably right before quarantine, I'd say. Because I have family that lives in Florida and they live on the beach, so yeah.
You're not one of the crowds in what is it, Huntington Beach, running over there?
No, yeah. No.
Last time I was at a beach was when we shot Keep It Gold.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I think that's the last time.
You're like, dang, I miss it.
To Haystack Rock in Oregon.
Yeah, that was crazy.
When's the last time you cried?
Oh, boy.
We're getting yesterday. I cry like at least every other day.
Is it the emotional roller coasters of quarantine or?
I happy cry a lot.
Me too. I feel that. I'm a very, my emotional extremes, I feel it like in my eyes water up. It's crazy.
Yeah, definitely. Like my, not to get like sappy, but like my wife like will do stuff and it makes me cry. So.
Aww. Yes, please do get sappy. What did she do? Did she bake you a cake and it was so tasty? I don't know.
I don't know. She doesn't really have to do anything. She can just sit there and like, if I looked at her long enough, I'd start crying probably.
Right? Because it's so beautiful to see, like, dang, you really like me. You really like, spending and sharing time together. I feel that. What about for you, Colin?
I think, strangely enough, I think I was at Forrest's house last time I cried, and it was nothing weird or sad. It was just like I looked to Forrest for a lot of friendship guidance, and like I always looked to him as like an older brother to me, and like I can come to him with like pretty much anything, and like I really spilled into him, and he really took it all in and gave me some like really good advice, and yeah.
Wow, I think I'm gonna cry.
Crying's awesome. Crying is
Right.
like,
Honestly, like you can't lie. When you finish a cry, you're just like, man, I feel better.
Yeah.
That deep breath. No, and it's easy, even beautiful to see like two men talking about this, like their emotions and whatnot, and not being, afraid to share that.
yeah.
That's beautiful, and in a friendship also, to have a beautiful friendship and partnership.
As artists, you have to be emotional. Like you kind of have to be a softie and like be really emotionally in tune with yourself to really be good at expressing that through music.
Mm-hmm. I feel that. What is your biggest dream?
Oh boy, I think I've sailed that ship a long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah, literally, like our like wildest dream was like here musically, because music was the dream. Like at first it was just like to make music was the dream, and then it was like, all right, we're making music, and like what is the highest ceiling? We are 10x past that ceiling. Like we are so far beyond.
I think just being able to make a career out of music is just such a blessing on its own. Like me and Forrest have had so many talks with like the corporate environment. No, nothing wrong with it. We need it to succeed. It's good for the world, but like me and Forrest just didn't fit in that environment. Like we would talk about it all the time. We would express our concerns. We would just say how like we needed this creativity, and it was just almost suffocating us. And like the biggest dream of all was like getting to make a life out of it, providing for our families with it, or our future families with it, and like doing something on our own that our parents and our families could be proud of.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You have me like really thinking about the answers with you. Like, wow, you're right. That's it. That's it. That's all we need. Last question. What would you like for people to take away when seeing your work and your art and hearing your music?
So, what you got, man? Let me hear it.
All right. Wow. Okay. Well, I feel like they're allowed to take away whatever they want to take away from it, but we hope that they feel more comfortable hearing the way that we express ourselves, maybe more comfortable to express those same emotions, because in a world that popularizes having your ego and your face and how good you are at this and how good you are at that, and how much stuff you have, and really our message is just that you already have it. You have it all. And so yeah, I would hope that someone would experience something and be like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go call up that person that I've been meaning to, that's been in my head, that's been causing me stress, or I'm gonna do that thing that I have been putting off, or I don't know, something like that. Or just have a good time. If it's 3 minutes of like whatever chaos is going on, and they just put in the headphones, and for 3 minutes they're able to just have a nice peaceful time, that could be all we'd ask for.
And that's real. That's what you feel with your music. It's really like a smile. Like that's what I experience. I only wish that I was also in a body of water, or like driving with my windows down with like a destination. Like, all right, this is great. Like a soundtrack to, my music video, whatever that is. What about for you, Colin?
Me and Forrest like to say, like what's our goal for live shows, and we want to make people feel better about themselves more when they walked in than when they walked out. And I think that has a lot to do with the energy we're trying to put in the world. It's just like Forrest was saying, we want them to take away from it that, you have that special recipe inside you. It's always been in there. And just because of, the climate of everything around you, or maybe you have like a lot of insecurities that you've been hiding under, it's a mindset. Like it really is. And I understand, like I'm I'm not the most fortunate person in the world. I'm not the most unfortunate person in the world. But like, I think to some extent you can try to get into that mindset, and I hope our music helps you get into that mindset.
Wow, there it is. I appreciate you guys so much for taking the time to talk to me during your quarantine. Hopefully, you know, you're doing great. Your family's doing great. And, you know, the next time you're in Phoenix, make sure to stop by the station. And I would love to go to one of you guys' shows and experience everything live.
Yeah.
Well, it's been great talking to you as well.
Great
Thank
talking.
you. Surfaces Live 1015 right here on the Castle Show. Thanks, guys.